Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually just bought the Garan set. I thought it might be good for marketing or something. What? You need someone to review the set? But haven't we already had reviews of all the Voyatoren? But what do you mean they all have to be reviewed individually? No, I haven't opened the box yet. I just got home from the store. Yeah. Alright, fine, I'll do it. Yeah? What's that? Yeah, you do that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll send it to you when I'm done. Yeah. You can prank Hex or someone while you're waiting. Alright, later, Black Six. See ya. Administrators. Is that already on? Good morning, BZPower. This is your resident ring-twisted wretch, Smeagol 4 speaking. Now, if you're at all like me, you sometimes find yourself in a state of philosophical ambiguity, asking yourself over and over again the big questions, such as, what is the purpose of life? What is good and evil? And, perhaps most daunting of all, is the Bionicle set Garan worth my money? Well, you'll probably have to dig up Socrates to find the other ones, but I can help out on that last question. So let's start with the box. Now, in the words of Dimensioneer, whose set review format I'm blatantly stealing for this review, the box is the most superficial part of any LEGO product, and yet often the one that determines whether the set is a success or a failure. And I have to say, Garen's box is pretty awesome. I really like this Voyanui styling. It's very elegant and very professional. And especially on this box with Garan, the light tones of the Voyanui background contrast with his dark hues. As you can see, there's the kind of map of Voyanui in the circular frame. And you can see Garan, our little leader of the Rebel Alliance of Matoran, jumping over some pale rocks. There's also a small portrait of Garan up in the corner. And then the various information such as piece count that comes on every LEGO box. Now on the box's back face, it pictures all 6 of the so-called Voyatoren, framing the map of Voyanui. And I find it interesting to note that it says Matorans of Voyanui there. Now, it was my understanding that Matoran has always been the correct singular and plural form, but I'm not sure. Perhaps the box artists merely needed the grammar hammer, but I digress. Notwithstanding, this box is top-notch in appearance. These 2006 boxes are, in my opinion, the best designed Bionicle packages to date. And they're pretty cool looking. But you don't buy a LEGO set for the box, do you? You want to see what's on the inside. So let's get rolling. So you bring the set home, punch over the sole perforated tag, and you dump the contents out. What did you get for your money? Well, just like in pretty much every LEGO set, there's a small porous bag of parts, a glossy instruction booklet, and in this case a mask, which happens to be the well-known Black Great Ruru. Pretty much everybody has this mask already except for me, considering I never bought a Toho Enua, but that's alright now, I finally have it. Pull open the bag, and you'll see that most of the parts included with Garan are familiar. In fact, I don't believe there is a single new part in this set. We have our 3 black Borak feet, way back from 2002. The formerly rare Chronicler staffs, you get 2 of them here. The aforementioned mask, 2 silver eye teeth from Borak. I believe those were first available with Makuta. You get 4 Hordika headpieces, I suppose they're called. Those are very useful pieces for mocking, I've noticed, so this will be a delight to mockers. You get 2 of the Rahaga limbs, several pins, and a Toametru head. It all looks pretty simple and straightforward to build. In fact, it could probably be built just by looking at the box, but we'll take open the instructions here. So what can you expect putting this model together? Well, as you can see, the building was very quick. It's all old pieces, very familiar, so you know how the things go together. No new material. But it was kind of unorthodox the way it was structured, and nothing at all like previous Matoran we've had. So it was actually somewhat enjoyable. I can't say it was something of an excellent building experience that you have building some classic models such as the Bahreg or the Exotoa, but it was pretty neat for a $4 set. But what about the set itself, you ask? You know, is it more like playing with a block of wood or an interactive toy? The Garan set is pretty posable. You know, has moves its arms, moves its legs, moves its head. So it has 10 actually points of articulation, which is pretty good for such a small set. Now, as we all probably know by now, the LEGO seems to have ditched the action features so common with its sets before this year. But, you know, some people prefer posability to playability, and this is a very good set for those. You know, one of the strange things I found about it is that Garan actually has no eyes. He has a telemetry head, but it's eyeless. Now, that could be remedied pretty easily. Most of us probably have some telemetry eyes lying about. You can simply stick it into his head, put a pin in, put his mask on, and voila! Garan looks a lot better. It doesn't inhibit his mobility at all. Still can move his head, full range of motion, and it looks a lot better. So I have a feeling that most people who buy the set will probably be sticking an old pair of telemetry eyes onto his head. So overall, for toy-wise, it's a pretty nice little toy. Looks kind of strange, but it's a good look for a Karzani twisted Matoran who escaped a Voyanui. You know, I'll admit that I was not expecting it to be a very good set, but I'm actually pretty pleased with it. But what about overall, you ask? Is this set really worth your money? Well, it really depends on what you're buying the set for, I think. You know, if you just buy it for mocking pieces, if you're a mockist, yeah, this is a great set. You'll probably really want to nab this. Black is a very often used color in mocks, and this comes with plenty of that, and lots of really good pieces to use. The Hordika head pieces, double hip joints, black Borak feet are always used, the silver Borak eye teeth, you know. Lots of really good mocking pieces. So if you're a mockist and you're looking to get some good pieces, especially for articulation, at a really cheap price, you know, this set is just a little over $3. At least that's what I got at Walmart for. And so if you want a treasure trove of mocking pieces at a really low price, this is the set for you. Now, if you're buying it for a set that you'll have lots of fun playing with, for a $4 set, again, it's very good. I'm not going to say it's as much fun to play with as, say, the Piraka. If you're willing to go a little bit higher in price, definitely get one of those instead. If you're a storyline collector, of course you'll want to get these guys, and especially if you're very fond of the character. But just in and of itself, if you're looking for a really fun toy that you'll have hours of playing experience with, I'm not sure it's really the set for you. Like I said, try to go up for a Piraka or wait for one of the Toa to come out later this year. Or if you have a higher price range, you could get Axon or Brutaka or one of the Titans, although I can't say I'm particularly pleased with how Umbra looks. But overall, it's a pretty nice set, with the modification of the eye there. It looks pretty good, and it's pretty neat. I can't say I can really recommend these. It can be built out of parts that we all probably already have. But I think, as I said, the biggest audience for these in the Bionicle collecting world would probably be for mockists, because it comes with a lot of really good pieces at a really low price. So if you're looking to get that kind of stuff, I advise you to go out to the store, get a couple bucks out, and buy the set right away.